Today we are at Brown County State Park finalizing the suspension testing for the off season. Went to Brown County Bikes and they hooked me up with 2 ShockWiz demos to hook up to the bike to see if my feel and what the bike computer says is pretty similar or if I was way off. So let's see how close I got. So my final ride got cut down short because it got so muddy that I ended up hiking out for about the last mile just to not destroy the trails. But let's take a look at what the ShockWiz had to say. The rear shock has been the main focus this off season, and it actually says to continue to add even more air. It also says to remove a spacer, but I haven't even opened the shock up to know if there is a spacer in there. Another thing to keep in mind is that the confidence score on the ShockWiz was only at 50% for the rear shock because I didn't have as much time on the bike as I would like to. On the other hand, the ShockWiz for the fork had a confidence score of 100, and it was kind of shocking that it still wanted me to add air to the fork and add a spacer. I feel like I haven't really blown through the travel of my front fork at all this entire time, but I could add a little bit of pressure and see how it feels. Really, this was the final play date for me with the suspension and having it set up how I want it. Now, my next step is I'm going back to Horns Hill to ride some flowy and super techy stuff and see if I've made any improvements at all this off season.